Welcome to our channel, The Story of Civilization, where we explore the wonders of general world history. If you enjoy learning about the past, make sure to subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss an update. Today, we will explore the Great Library of Alexandria, what was really lost. Let's start with a brief overview before diving into the details. In the heart of ancient Alexandria, a monumental treasure trove of knowledge stood, the Great Library, the largest and most significant repository of human thought in the world. Scholars from across the globe flocked to its marble halls, where the greatest minds of antiquity shaped the future of science, philosophy, and history. But what truly happened to this legendary library, and more importantly, what was lost when it was destroyed? The story begins with the library's birth under the ambitious Ptolemy II Philadelphus, who envisioned a universal archive to unite the wisdom of all civilizations. But as the library grew in stature, so did its enemies. The library became a target for those threatened by the power of knowledge, and in 48 BCE, during Julius Caesar's siege of Alexandria, a catastrophic fire ravaged the city, consuming thousands of scrolls in its flames. Yet, this event may not have been the library's final blow. As Alexandria's power waned, the library's fate remained uncertain, with scholars fearing further destruction. But as time passed, a shocking discovery is made. Hidden beneath the ruins of the library lies a cryptic message from one of its final surviving scholars, revealing that the true loss of knowledge may not have been from fire, but from something far more insidious, the deliberate suppression of knowledge. Could the Romans have systematically erased certain texts? Did early Christian zealots destroy more than just scrolls in an attempt to erase ancient pagan wisdom? Was the fire only a smokescreen for something far darker? As the centuries wore on, fragments of the library's collection began to surface, manuscripts preserved in distant lands, passed down through secretive networks of scholars. Yet these are but the faintest echoes of what was once stored in Alexandria's halls. Among these fragments is one particularly elusive manuscript. A coded text said to contain the knowledge that could change the world. And perhaps the greatest secret of all, the library's most dangerous work, a text feared lost forever. Was it truly the library's destruction that cost humanity so dearly, or was it a calculated plan to suppress knowledge, a conspiracy that spanned across empires and centuries? As we dive deeper into the mystery, one question remains. What if the greatest loss wasn't the destruction of books, but the hidden truths that were never meant to be found? Topic 1. The birth of a legacy. In the bustling streets of Alexandria, where cultures collide and knowledge thrives, Ptolemy II Philadelphus stands at the helm of a grand vision, a library that would collect the wisdom of the entire world. Ambitious scholars from every civilization, Greek, Egyptian, Persian, Indian, flock to the city, eager to contribute to what is destined to be the greatest treasure trove of human thought. The library begins to rise, a monument of marble and stone, promising to unite the ideas of all people. But as the grand structure takes shape, so do whispers of danger. There are rumors of shadowy forces lurking in the background, jealous of the power this institution of knowledge could wield. From the shadows, influential figures in Rome, Athens, and even within Alexandria itself, fear the rise of a place that could challenge their control over knowledge. Little do the scholars know, the real struggle for control of human knowledge is about to ignite. The battle for the library's survival has begun, and it will not be fought with swords, but with secrets and betrayal. The foundation of the library may be strong, but the foundation of truth itself is more fragile than anyone could ever imagine. Topic 2. The rising tensions. As the Great Library of Alexandria flourishes, its reputation spreads far beyond Egypt. The knowledge it holds begins to shape the minds of philosophers, scientists, and historians across the ancient world. But with its rise in power, so does the envy and fear of those who see the library as a threat to their control. Powerful empires, Rome, Persia, and beyond, begin to stir with concern. Knowledge is power, and with each scroll added to the library's vast collection, the balance of power begins to shift. In the shadows, a secret alliance forms among Roman senators, who are alarmed by the potential challenge this repository of knowledge represents. They fear the ideas emanating from Alexandria could destabilize their political grip and upset the ancient order. Desperate to eliminate this growing threat, the Roman conspirators begin laying the groundwork for the library's downfall. Their plans reach a boiling point when Julius Caesar's forces, caught in the chaos of war, lay siege to Alexandria in 48 BCE. The city is set aflame, and as the flames spread through the streets, they engulf the library in a fiery storm. The burning of the library becomes a symbol of victory for Caesar, but questions remain. Was the fire truly the result of war, or was it a calculated move, part of a greater plan to silence the knowledge within its walls? As the smoke clears and the embers cool, the world wonders, did they destroy the library, or is there something darker, more insidious at play? The truth may be hidden beneath the ashes, and the legacy of the library may not be as gone as it seems. Tropic 3, the fire that wasn't the end. The flames of Julius Caesar's siege raged through Alexandria, consuming buildings and sweeping through the heart of the city. The great library, the very symbol of human knowledge, seems to be swallowed by the inferno. As the smoke rises and the flames devour scrolls, it seems as though the library's priceless archives are lost forever. Scholars and citizens alike watch helplessly as the city smolders, convinced that all is destroyed. But when the ashes begin to settle, something unexpected emerges from the ruins. Among the charred remains, a mysterious scholar's note surfaces, hidden beneath the wreckage, its words cryptic, yet filled with a chilling revelation. The note speaks not of an accident or an unfortunate loss, but of a deliberate plan to suppress knowledge, to erase certain texts not through fire alone, but through systematic destruction. As the note is carefully examined, it hints at a dark conspiracy. Someone, or something, orchestrated the destruction to ensure that specific pieces of knowledge never saw the light of day. Was it a secret cabal of Roman senators, or a hidden faction within Alexandria itself? Was the fire just a cover for something far more sinister? What secrets did the library truly hold, and what, exactly, was lost in the flames? The survivors of the destruction are left with a new question. Is the library truly gone, or has a far more dangerous game of knowledge suppression been played? The flames may have scorched the library's walls, but it is the darkness beneath the ashes that may prove to be the true loss. Tropic 4, the hidden message. Years drift by, and the grandeur of Alexandria fades into memory. The city, once a beacon of knowledge, now stands in the shadow of its former self, its power diminished and its people scattered. The great library, thought to be lost forever, remains an empty relic of a bygone age. Yet, as time passes, the fire that consumed the library is not the final chapter of its story. Beneath the ruins of the library, in the depths of its forgotten halls, something remains hidden. A small group of rogue scholars, outsiders to the established academic world, discover something unimaginable. Buried beneath the rubble, a cryptic message is unearthed, a last, desperate note from one of the final surviving librarians. The message is frantic, written in code, but its meaning is clear. The library's destruction was not a simple tragedy, it was part of a calculated plan. The fire may have ravaged the books, but it was not the fire that dealt the final blow. The true destruction, the librarian warns, was a systematic erasure, a deliberate and targeted campaign to rid the world of forbidden knowledge. The Romans, fearing the power of knowledge that could challenge their reign, and early Christian zealots, seeking to obliterate the ancient pagan wisdom, conspired to systematically purge the library's collection of its most dangerous texts. The flames, it seems, were only a cover-up for something far darker. The rogue scholars are left shaken, as the implications of this discovery sink in. Was the library's loss part of a larger conspiracy, stretching across empires and ideologies? What knowledge was deliberately wiped from history, and who was behind it? As they begin to piece together the message, the mystery deepens, and a new question arises. Could this hidden conspiracy still be at work today, and what secrets does the library truly hold that someone wants to keep buried forever? Tropic 5, the coded manuscript. As decades slip into centuries, the world moves on, yet the mystery of the great Library of Alexandria lingers, casting long shadows over history. Fragments of the lost knowledge, once thought to be gone forever, mysteriously begin to resurface across the globe. From the dusty libraries of Constantinople to the remote deserts of the Middle East, pieces of ancient texts are uncovered, their ink still legible, their contents tantalizingly close to unlocking the full scope of what was once housed in Alexandria. But among these fragments, one manuscript remains elusive, an enigma wrapped in layers of cryptic code. Its origins are unclear, its meaning obscured. Scholars whisper of its power, claiming that within its pages lies the key to the most powerful and dangerous knowledge the world has ever known, a secret so potent, it could change the course of civilization itself. But the manuscript is not easily deciphered. Its code is complex, woven with ancient ciphers and symbols lost to time. A secret underground network of scholars, historians, and codebreakers, drawn together by the desire to uncover the truth, begins a desperate race against time to decode this elusive manuscript. Each cryptic word is carefully studied, each symbol examined for hidden meaning. They are driven by the hope that unlocking this manuscript will reveal the lost knowledge of the ancients, knowledge that could elevate humanity or destroy it. However, as the network of scholars delves deeper into the manuscript, they remain unaware of the shadowy force that watches their every move. An unseen hand, far more powerful and ancient than any of them could imagine, is determined to keep these secrets buried. The race to decode the manuscript is not just a race against time, but against a force that has waited for centuries to protect its dark secret. Every step closer they get, the more perilous the journey becomes. The question remains: will they uncover the truth, or will the hidden knowledge remain lost to the world forever? Tropic 6, The Forgotten Work. Amid the scattered remnants of the Great Library, a discovery is made that defies all expectations, a single manuscript, miraculously untouched by both fire and time. Its parchment, though ancient, remains pristine, its ink still sharp, as if it had been waiting for centuries to be found. This manuscript, hidden among the ruins, is unlike any of the fragments that have resurfaced before. It's not just a piece of knowledge, it's a forbidden truth. An ancient work that has the power to change the course of history. As scholars carefully begin to examine and decode the text, they realize the magnitude of what they've uncovered. The manuscript doesn't merely contain the philosophical musings of ancient thinkers or the scientific observations of lost civilizations. It holds a truth so profound, so dangerous, that it could upend everything humanity knows about the world. Within its pages, there are revelations that could challenge the very fabric of power, religion, and history itself. But as the decoding progresses, an unsettling realization dawns on them: this work was not lost by accident. It was deliberately hidden, concealed from the world's view for a reason. Its contents are far too dangerous to be revealed, and its preservation is no accident. Someone, or something, has gone to great lengths to ensure it was buried deep within the library's archives, away from prying eyes. The scholars are left with a chilling question: who is protecting this manuscript, and why? Was it the ancient priests of Alexandria who saw its power as too great for any mortal to wield? Or was it a secret society, perhaps even the same shadowy figures who orchestrated the library's destruction, tasked with guarding the knowledge from those who would seek to exploit it? As they delve deeper, the stakes grow higher, and the dangers become more apparent. The truth that lies within this manuscript may not just change the course of history, it could tear apart the world as they know it. Tropic 7, The Secret Society. Hidden in the shadows of history, a secret society of ancient scholars has quietly and carefully watched over the fragments of the Great Library of Alexandria for centuries. This clandestine group was formed in the wake of the library's destruction, sworn to protect the knowledge that had survived the fires, the betrayals, and the conspiracy to erase it. These scholars, bound by a shared oath, have kept the fragments hidden, securing them from those who might seek to exploit their power or use them to manipulate the world. For generations, the society has worked in secrecy, quietly ensuring that the most dangerous knowledge never reaches the wrong hands. They have guarded the manuscripts with their lives, believing that the truth they protect is too volatile, too powerful, for public eyes. But the time of silence is quickly coming to an end. As the truth behind the destruction of the Great Library begins to unfold, the society finds itself at a crossroads. The world has changed, and the knowledge they have kept hidden for so long is now more relevant than ever. The dilemma facing the society's members is no simple matter: should they continue to protect the knowledge, keeping it locked away, as they have done for centuries? Or should they reveal it to the world, sharing its wisdom with those who might use it for good, or evil? The dangers of either choice are immense. If they reveal the knowledge, they risk sparking a battle for power that could destroy everything they have worked to protect. But if they keep it hidden, they could be condemning humanity to remain in the dark, unaware of the profound truths that could change the future. As the society's members debate, deep fractures begin to emerge. Some believe the time has come for humanity to learn the truth, to embrace the power of ancient wisdom. Others fear the consequences of releasing such knowledge, believing that humanity is not yet ready to wield it. The internal conflict threatens to tear the society apart, and as the external pressure mounts, they must ultimately choose: protect the knowledge or unleash it, for better or worse. The fate of the world now rests on the shoulders of those who have sworn to keep it safe. Tropic 8. The Betrayal. Just when the secret society believes they have managed to keep the most dangerous manuscript hidden from those who would exploit it, a shocking betrayal shakes the foundation of everything they have fought for. A trusted and loyal member of the society, someone who has sworn to protect the ancient knowledge, suddenly turns against them. Driven by greed, fear, or perhaps outside influence, this scholar sells the manuscript to a rival empire. One known for its ruthless ambition and hunger for power. The manuscript, once safely tucked away, is now in the hands of those who will stop at nothing to control its contents. The rival empire, eager to unlock its secrets, begins to decode the manuscript, certain that it holds the key to gaining unimaginable power. The members of the secret society are thrown into a desperate race against time to reclaim what has been stolen. But they are not alone in their pursuit. The empire's forces grow stronger, and with each passing day, the scholars grow more aware that their chances of retrieving the manuscript are slipping away. As the tension builds, the true depth of the betrayal emerges. One of the society's remaining scholars, working tirelessly to recover the manuscript, stumbles upon a terrifying revelation: the manuscript contains more than just knowledge. Within its coded pages lies the blueprint for an ancient, forgotten weapon. A weapon with the power to reshape the very balance of the world. This weapon, long thought to be a myth, could bring about the rise of a new world order, or its utter destruction. The stakes rise higher than ever. Not only must the scholars recover the manuscript to protect the dangerous knowledge it holds, but they must also ensure that the weapon described within it does not fall into the wrong hands. But with the rival empire closing in, the true betrayal may be more devastating than they ever imagined. One of their own has opened the door to a power they cannot control. Now, the scholars must decide: can they stop the weapon from being unleashed, or will the world be plunged into chaos by their failure? Tropic 9. The Final Revelation. As the chase for the stolen manuscript intensifies, the pieces of the puzzle finally begin to fall into place. The scholars, piecing together the fragmented texts and the cryptic warnings from the past, uncover a devastating truth: the great Library of Alexandria was never just a repository of human knowledge, it was a vault designed to contain something far more dangerous than any written word. It was created to hide a secret so powerful, it could shatter the world as we know it. The manuscript, now in the hands of the rival empire, is not simply a collection of forgotten wisdom, it is the key to an ancient weapon of unimaginable power, a force created by a lost civilization that once ruled the known world. This weapon, hidden in plain sight for centuries, has the potential to reshape reality itself, to control the very fabric of time, space, and life. Its existence was known only to a select few, and the library's true purpose was to keep this dangerous knowledge sealed away, far from the reach of those who would seek to use it for their own gain. As the scholars continue to uncover the truth, they realize the full implications of the library's destruction. The fire that consumed Alexandria wasn't the end of the library, it was the beginning of a plan that had been set into motion long before the flames. The rival empire, now in possession of the manuscript, is on the brink of unlocking the weapon's full potential. The scholars realize with horror that the burning of the library was part of a larger, more sinister scheme, one that sought to control the fate of humanity by releasing this ancient power into the world. The world stands on the edge of disaster, as the scholars race against time to stop the weapon from being unleashed. But the true question remains: can they stop it in time, or will the ancient forces they've uncovered destroy everything they've fought to protect? The final revelation shows that the battle for knowledge is not just about preserving the past, it is about deciding the future of all mankind. The fate of the world now hangs in the balance. Tropic 10. The Shocking Finale. The final revelation sends shockwaves through the remaining scholars and the world at large. Everything they believed about the destruction of the great Library of Alexandria was wrong. The library's burning, the loss of knowledge, the centuries of mystery and conspiracy, it was all part of a carefully orchestrated plan by a shadowy cabal that stretched across empires and millennia. The burning of the library was not a result of a tragic accident or a series of unfortunate events, it was the culmination of a deliberate strategy designed to bury the greatest secret humanity has ever known. As the scholars dig deeper into the remaining fragments of knowledge, the true scope of the conspiracy unfolds. The greatest loss was not the precious books or scrolls themselves, but the knowledge of how to control the ancient weapon that had been hidden within the library's walls for centuries. This weapon, a creation of a long-forgotten civilization, could alter the course of history itself. And those who knew of it sought to keep it buried, by any means necessary. The Cabal, whose members spanned various ruling empires and secret societies, had been working in the shadows for centuries to ensure that no one would ever possess the power to unlock the weapon's potential. With the library's destruction, they believed they had sealed humanity's fate. But as the remaining pieces of knowledge begin to surface, a new race begins, a race for control over the lost secrets of the great library. Those who hold the key to the ancient weapon hold the fate of civilization in their hands. The scholars now face their ultimate challenge: who will control the lost knowledge of Alexandria? Will it be those who seek to use it for power, or will the knowledge be entrusted to those who seek to preserve it for the good of humanity? As the final secrets are uncovered, the world teeters on the brink of a new age, or a cataclysmic collapse. The race is on, and the revelations hidden for millennia have begun to shape the future. But the true question remains: will humanity survive the secrets that have been hidden for so long? As the last pieces of the puzzle are revealed, the fate of the world hangs in the balance, and the choices made now will determine whether the knowledge of the great library will save or doom civilization forever.